The Hitman series is probably one of the best franchises when it comes to Easter eggs, and they've certainly stepped up their game in the 3 most recent Hitman titles, 1, 2 and 3. These games make up the anthology collection Hitman World of Assassination, and some of the Easter eggs get wild. From turning everyone on the map to a bird mascot, escaping the crime scene on a dolphin, or mastering the power of fire, Agent 47 has it all, so that's why I'll be covering every single interactive Easter egg in Hitman 1, so that's the ones that give unique animations or trigger in-game events, rather than just being some random text on a wall. So basically all the really cool game secrets, and we'll be doing them all, starting in Sapienza. I'd be surprised if you've never heard of this one, as it's the most well-known Easter egg, but don't worry, they get more secretive as we move on. You want to venture up the bell tower or any place that has a vantage point on this sailboat. You'll need a sniper with a decent zoom, and to activate this hidden feature, shoot each of the 4 bells on this boat. But wait a minute, you have to shoot them in order, otherwise it won't work. The bell at the top first, then the one at the bow of the boat, then the one at the back, and finally shoot the bell outside the cabin. Once that's done, some monstrous tentacles will rise up from the water and smash the boat up, dragging it down to the bottom of the sea. There are 2 more Easter eggs in Sapienza. For the first, you'll need to venture into Silvio's mansion, more specifically to steal the Plague Doctor's outfit. The easiest way to enter is through this door right here, and then run up and disguise yourself. Once that's done, you need to make your way over to the ruins that connect to the mansion. Around the back of said ruins there's a speedboat, and right next to it on this ledge is a wine bottle. Shoot the wine bottle and you'll be able to pick up a crypt key. I think you can probably guess where we'll be going next. Yep, the crypts. Enter through the sewers and keep walking until the first right turning. The key you've just acquired will unlock this iron gate, and entering the crypt will trigger the Easter egg. A ghostly moaning sound will start to play alongside some creepy ambience, and wherever you walk, skeletal hands will pop out from the floor and walls. They pop out, swing around for a bit, and then just retract. It's nothing crazy, but it's a cool little feature that's worth knowing about. The final Easter egg in Sapienza can't be triggered in the standard mission. Instead, you need to play Landslide. In this scenario, Silvio has hired you to take out a dodgy politician who's basically in bed with the Italian mafia and looks suspiciously like Robert De Niro. To trigger the Easter egg, you'll need to shoot all 7 of the red balloons that are scattered around the map. For the first 3, go back up to the bell tower again and whip out your chosen sniper. There'll be one floating in the mansion, another in the ruins, and one very far away on top of the lighthouse. Now climb down the bell tower and go up this street next to it. Keep walking up straight and following the path until you see this pharmacy sign, and then turn right into this dead end. Whip out your pistol and you can shoot the 4th balloon on this balcony. Now continue heading up the street until you can turn into the main plaza. Find the butcher's shop and break into the house next to it. Climb up all the stairs and turn right into someone's flat. He'll be on the balcony outside, so keep to the left and shoot the next balloon without alerting him. For the final 2 balloons, exit the plaza and go through this archway. This will give you a different vantage point for the ruins where you can snipe the next red balloon. And the final one will be hidden just over the cliff and under the sea. Shooting it will instantly give Agent 47 3 balloons that say happy birthday. As far as I know, they have no other use than for cosmetic reasons. However, they do appear in cutscenes, which did make me chuckle. Okay, that's Sapienza down. Now on to Marrakesh. Unfortunately, this particular Easter egg has been removed because of what is believed to be performance issues, but I'll give you a brief rundown on what it is and how to trigger it if you're interested. Basically, you had to drop a moose statue on a target and then shoot 3 bells around the map. And then some big ass helicopters will fly in and start dropping moose statues all around the place. I literally only know this because of a legend of a YouTuber called Starsky99 who uploaded a clip of it being done, and I can't find any other standalone references on it apart from the wiki. Fortunately, from what I can tell, the developers did replace this one with another Easter egg also hidden in Marrakesh. To activate it, you'll have to disguise yourself as a military officer. This will give you authority over the other soldiers and will let you dismiss them. This is all happening in the military stronghold on this side of the map. Now you've got to go around and dismiss every single soldier. There are 9 in total that you can actually dismiss, and I won't show you where to find them all because it's pretty easy. Just run around both of the floors, and whenever you see someone standing to attention, try to dismiss them. Once that's done, go into the broadcast room and you'll either have to wait or the radio will already be there. In my case, I thought I hadn't dismissed everyone because it hadn't appeared, but all I needed to do was wait because when I came back, it had turned up. Then you gotta remember to turn on the broadcast system first so everyone hears it and play the radio. After a short delay, everyone on the base will start dancing. It's pretty damn hilarious, and even the general will get up on some boxes and put on a show for everyone. Just make sure you don't get spotted by him. For the next 2, we have to explore Bangkok. Elephants Never Forget can be triggered by shooting all 18 miniature golden elephant statues in Ken Morgan's penthouse. Being as the Bangkok map is set in a hotel, you can disguise as a member of staff by waiting for them to go around this corner and then get into the penthouse without trespassing. There will be both gold and silver elephants, but only shooting the gold ones count, and you'll hear a sound cue to confirm this. It's actually quite hard to shoot all 18 without being spotted, especially because of all the staff, so I did have to make some killings, but this doesn't affect the Easter egg. There's 3 golden elephants spread across this bookshelf on the first wall as you enter the penthouse. Then there's 3 elephants on the shelf across from that, but they're silver so we can ignore them and only shoot the gold one towards the end. Now crouch under the stairs and you can shoot the remaining gold elephant in this room. Run through the bathroom and then the adjacent room into Ken's office where there'll be 2 more. If you keep going, there'll be another bookshelf type room, and crouching under the stairs will give you access to 3 more elephants. Going up the stairs will let you shoot 5 more elephants. There's 3 on the second book wall and there's 2 on the shelf above the guards. Now you can continue up the stairs and through this shrine room into another office room, which will have another bookshelf where your final 3 golden elephants will be. After shooting them, you'll hear a loud roar, and if you continue down onto the atrium rooftop, you'll unlock the achievement, I Can Cry If I Want To. If you don't unlock it, then you've missed an elephant. In my opinion though, the real Easter egg is the fact that the elephant statues out front start to bleed from their eyes, and as far as I can tell, not many people realise this. I know that one was a little bit boring, but don't worry, the next and final interactive Easter egg in Bangkok is much more fun. To activate it, you'll first need to acquire the Exterminator disguise. He should be with his van around the back of the map. Then go and speak to the hotel manager, who'll start an evacuation of the Imperial Suite. Wait for everyone to go and then you'll be able to access the floor without trespassing. At the far end of the suite, there'll be a keyboard and interacting with it will cause Agent 47 to play, okay, I'm gonna butcher this, but La Cucaracha? Which is a popular Spanish folk song about a cockroach who can't walk. After playing it, a loud roar should be heard, and if you sprint outside to the docking area, there will be an absolutely huge cockroach monster in the distance. It's quite slow, so you're unlikely to miss it, and if you scope in, its antenna will render. According to the wiki, this is a reference to the summoning technique in Naruto. With Bangkok completed, we can move on to Colorado, which in my opinion has the best Easter eggs in Hitman 1. I'm sure you'll agree with me, just wait and see. For the first one, you'll need to be disguised as a scarecrow, which can be found in the central field. sneak through the grass and make your way onto this building, which will have access to the water tower. From here, you'll have to use a sniper rifle to shoot 4 bells. They have to be shot in order, but luckily it's pretty simple because you just have to go around and get them in an anti-clockwise circle. And after they've all been shot and in the correct order, you gain some kind of mystic firepower because every NPC near you will start burning to death. This is insanely powerful and fun to use, so I highly recommend you check it out. There's only one more Easter egg in Colorado, but luckily it's almost as good as the Wicker Man. An important thing to note before I tell you how to do this is that I tried activating it during a normal mission, and there's a prompt that you need to do, but it didn't appear. However, I was given some advice, and after making a custom contract, I was able to do it just fine. Because this is an Easter egg that involves a Hitman exit animation, it's much easier if you make a contract where your target is this mechanic and then make your starting location the garage, so you'll be able to accident kill him instantly and progress with the Easter egg. So maybe I just cocked up the first time and you are able to do it in a real mission, but I'm just letting you know that the footage you're seeing is from a custom contract. Anyway, first you need to take the quad bike key, which can be found in this shed near one of the exits, and then you have to find 10 apricots. I won't tell you exactly where to find them because these crates usually contain at least one, and I believe there's about 30 crates on the map, so just go around looking for them. Make sure you collect exactly 10 though, no skimping. Once you've got both the quad bike key and 10 apricots, go into this shack by the main house and fetch the hallucinogenic drugs. This will be the packet on the right. If you need to distract any NPCs, turn off the fuse box outside. With all those items collected, you can now go into the house, up the stairs, and turn right into a room where there will be 2 NPCs playing a game. You'll have to kill or knock them out, otherwise they'll spot what you do next. A prompt should have appeared on this blue animal toy, which will let you feed it the apricots you've gathered. Do that one by one until you've fed it 10, and then it should disappear in a puff of smoke. Because in my case I've already finished the mission, I can go to where the quad bike exit would usually be, and it will have been replaced with a car toy. Just have a listen. It's pretty funny, and it's one of my favourite Easter eggs in Hitman 1. We're now onto our final map, Hokkaido. Fortunately, it contains 3 interactive Easter eggs, and they're all really cool. The first is a direct reference to Portal. To trigger it, you'll need to disguise yourself as a guard and do a push-up contest. You'll need to find the gym room for this, which will be right here on the map. Just letting you know because I got lost. If you follow the signs for the physical research center, that should work as well. You should easily beat your competitor, and once you've won, go and sabotage Kai. It should be pretty obvious how if you've ever played that storyline mission before. Once that's done, you can go back to the gym room and everything will go pitch black for a second. I actually thought I'd broken my game, but it's normal, and an AI named Ayakashi in the shape of a ball should fall from the roof. This is believed to be a reference to Wheatley from Portal 2, which is further reinforced with one of Kai's voice lines. You can basically just kick the ball about and he'll make some funny quips, although I think he might have been glitching because there seemed to be dialogue laid over the top of dialogue. Anyway, you're meant to help the AI escape, but no one told me how bloody hard it would be to get him to move. Like, I'm not that good at football in real life, but in Hitman, I'm even worse. I also missed the exit and kicked him down another flight of stairs where he proceeded to get stuck in some railings. Not only that, but I couldn't kick him out of the rails and had to resort to using remote explosives. If you're stuck in the same situation, remember to save your game because sometimes Ayakashi will just decide to disappear into the void. I then had to make a massive pile of dead bodies in order for me to get enough leverage so I could kick him up the stairs and not worry about the ball falling down the rails or steps again. You're then meant to kick him out of this door and down the slope where the snow ski is. He'll thank you for freeing him. and I made sure to shoot him for a bit so he could get some more momentum. The second to last Easter egg in Hitman 1 will require the ninja outfit. The easiest way to get this is by choosing it in your starting location. Make your way down the mountain path and along the edge of this building until you reach these metal support beams. The interact button to climb them will only appear if you're wearing the ninja suit. Once you've climbed them, make your way onto this edge of the roof. Now, it's very important you understand what you need to do to trigger this Easter egg, so listen carefully. By skirting the edge and moving onto the opposite corner, you'll spawn this hovering lantern. You need to reach the hovering lantern to trigger the Easter egg, and to do so you need to follow a very specific path on the roof. Deviating from said path will cause the lantern to despawn and you'll have to start again. Starting again just means going back onto that spot on the roof, not restarting the level. I honestly don't have the patience for this, and I had mods installed, so I literally just teleported myself to the lantern and triggered it that way. So I'll leave what I think is the best guide in the description in case you want to do it yourself. By interacting with the lantern, you'll spawn Godzilla in the distance, who will spout fire and looks to be causing major destruction. If he looks a bit weird, it's because he's completely flat. Here's a close-up look at him. And the destruction will continue until he makes his way behind the mountain. Phew, we're on to our final one now, and it's still ninja related, but you haven't got to wear the costume. To trigger the Easter egg, you'll need to shoot 10 ninja toys that are scattered throughout the Hokkaido map. It's important to note that the second will only spawn if you shoot the first, and so on. The first is on the desk in this lab/office area. The next is at the far edge of this courtyard, up by some rocks. Then you've got to go to the spot with the snow skis and snow plows, and this ninja will be hanging from the rear view mirror. The next will be on your bed. Yes, I'm talking about the one you spawn on in the first starting location. The fifth ninja will be hiding in the same room as the guy's heart transplant. This is on the mortuary level for those that don't know. Remember, you'll probably need a keycard hacker to access some of these rooms. To find the sixth, you'll need to go down to the sleeping quarters, and on one of the beds there'll be another ninja type toy to shoot. The next is again in the courtyard but up a tree. It's a bit hard to get this one without people seeing, but not impossible. The eighth can be found on the platform where you kick Yuki off by the hot springs. The ninth can be found in the kitchen, which is here on the map, and it will be next to the potatoes. And finally, the last one is on the mountain path, exactly where you spawn in with the ninja starting location. And shooting that will cause the mountain to erupt, spewing out flames and smoke. And well, that's all folks.